was the number one. He said it does what it's supposed to do.
And with this spring, the initial spring rate is soft, but then they stiffen up while leaning into curves. So that's an advantage as well.
And still spend them with me. How cool is that?
Do you have any numbers for numbers freak, like towards the compression? And
yeah, the compression rate at peak is 90% higher than original F3S springs.
I have get rid of those Fox Podium shocks because they are way too soft.
Tell me what it has. Tell me what it has. The thing that it's most important for all of the Germans.
And I'll tell it to you in my way. Hi guys, this is Martin, aka MartinTheVlogger, and this channel is everything about riding, fun, and petrol headwatts. And today it is also about improvements in handling for your BRP Can Am Spyder and Rykers. And basically, maybe some of you are asking like why I'm coming with this video after so many years, me being on YouTube. I do not have such a video, and the reason is very simple, or the answer is very simple. First of all, I did this kind of upgrades as a very first upgrades when I have bought TheBeast back in 2015, and back then I was not really vlogging, and thanks God for that, because the installation of the Swaybar was very funny. Second reason is I have opened the largest European shop for BRP Can Am Spyder and Ryker aftermarket parts, and I have some cool solution actually that my friend Bernd will explain you. He will join us later. And yeah, I think with that solution, I can improve handling quite a lot on your bikes, and you can save some decent money and still spend them with me. How cool is that? Now, enough of this, let's get started. So first thing what I would do in case I would like to improve the handling is for sure I will go for a laser alignment. The thing is, I simply cannot do it down here in Europe because I'm not aware of any good center that can help me with this trouble. You guys in America, you are fortunate because you have several experts down there, and the one that I know and the one that I would be trusting in, it's La Monster. So I will take my time and I will play a nice journey to get to the La Monster garage and do the laser alignment. I think they're charging something like $100, maybe 120, maybe 150. Maybe they start to charge more to give me some commission from this comment, but that would be something I will do right away when I would purchase SPYDER or Ryker. Now, if we would like to go through some things that you can really do on your own and purchase it on martinthevlogger.com/shop, the first thing I have done, it's basically I have replaced front and rear shock. Now, I have used a professional solution from Wilbers because we do not have Elka down here, or it's very, very difficult. And back in 2015, it was even more difficult to get Elka. So I have get rid of those Fox Podium shocks because they are way too soft. Cornering was terrible. You know, I'm a little bit waist-sized dude. We ride two up. So it's just crazy, you know. But my friend Bernd from Germany, I have a new solution on my shop that can save you a lot of money. And this is his part when he will introduce you that solution, and maybe it can help you out.
So now let's welcome Bernd from Germany, my friend. Probably you don't know him, but you know him through my, actually I don't have it here, but you know him through my pedal box that I'm selling on my website, because Bernd is the brain of the pedal box. So you guys, actually I have sold several to 998 engines, and that's really booming. So, and Bernd, yes. He has programmed it. So yeah, so all the sickness, it's thanks to Bernd. Now,
thank you very much, Martin.
So welcome to the show. And welcome to the vlog. Now I would like you, because I'm dummy in this, and because today's episode is about handling, I would like you to, you know, explain us what is this all about, what I will be selling on my shop. It's a solution from you again. You have tested it, you have kind of adjusted. So tell me, tell to us a little bit about it.
Yeah, thanks for nice to having me on your show. Great opportunity to show these springs. It's an upgrade spring, and you can get it for the Rykers and the F3 with the Fox Podium shocks. And we thought, yes, the 1.0 and 1.5 doesn't matter. All the Fox Podiums will accept it, and also the Rally Ryker edition with the Cabaya shocks will accept these. In our opinion, the Fox Podiums as well as the Cabayas are from the internals, and the shock body is like a very good shock. And the only reason you would want to throw it out of your Spyder or Ryker is because the spring rates are too weak to give you that sporty feeling, that handling in the curves, you know, all these the stiffness setup.
They're not weak. They're not only. They are just terrible. Those springs are terrible.
Yeah, they're too weak. You know, hard cornering is always the problem with the Spyders and Rykers as well. So yeah, in our opinion, not the best solution. You can go with whatever brand you want, but a very customer-friendly solution is to just upgrade the perfect shock you already have in your machine and upgrade it with a spring that really works, because it is a progressive style spring. We just did not want to go with a linear spring as high as we possibly could go, like on a racetrack or perfect pavement, that the shock absorber does not do any work anymore, but stiffen up the Spyder very, very hard, that it doesn't lean a little bit. You could go that if you are just a racetrack guy or have the best streets in the whole world, but it's 1.5 centimeters of a very smooth shock action in the top and on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it in the bottom.
Yep.
You have those coils that are more horizontal, and those horizontal coils are easy to compress. But the main body of the shock, they are more vertical, so that's very hard to compress. So we have a spring that is smooth in the beginning, but then when you in the corners lean on it and the both ends are compressed, the main part of the spring will hold, give you that confidence. You can really drive it hard, and yeah, you have the opportunity to go very hard. Also on a rough surface, all the bumps will be absorbed perfectly fine.
Okay. Do you have any numbers for numbers freak, like towards the compression? And
yeah, the compression rate at peak is 90% higher than original F3S springs.
Which are
these, you know, yes.
Yeah.
We achieve it with a small, larger diameter in the wiring and the steel, but also the compound of the steel is another higher quality compound. It's H&R in Germany. We produce it with a professional race team equipment spring. They make it for automotive style, like wheel spaces, all the dampeners for race cars, especially. And we are very proud to have a H&R spring that is from the quality overall.
And because you are from Germany, tell me what it has. Tell me what it has. The thing that it's most important for all of the Germans.
Yeah, we just can install whatever we want because the police and the TÜV say no, that is not approved on your vehicle. So we have to make certificates for all the parts we throw on our Spyders, you know. And of course, we have a certificate for those springs, and they're tested several thousand miles. And so
it's a TÜV certificate, guys, and I believe this is the very first item, apart from your pedal box, that I will have with the TÜV certificate.
Yes,
and we have also this one in here. So what is the difference?
That is the red one you're showing there is the for the normal rallies. No, sorry, for the normal Rykers, yes, not the rally, with the Zax dampeners. The Zax shock bodies, they are from the stiffness from the internals. The valving from the internals is a little bit weaker than the Cabayas, and you also can adjust the Cabayas. So we did not have to go with the progressive style springs. We could use a linear style spring that has more compression right from the beginning.
Right from the beginning, okay. So to wrap it up, those ones, the black ones, are for F3s, whoever is riding base and the Ryker Rally, whoever is having Fox Podium 1.0, 1.5, or Kabaya, correct?
Yes.
These ones are for Ryker 600 and 900. Yep.
100% correct, yes.
Okay, and can we agree on one last thing? You as the guy behind, because I will not put them on my bike, so I cannot really say how they ride because I have Wilbers. I'm a crazy dude. I fly, I don't ride. So that's the thing. Yeah. But this is a good price to performance upgrade. Whoever needs adjustment for the bumpy roads, whatever. In case you would like to go all sport out, go for Elka, go for Wilbers, but then we are talking 1,000 euros, yes. $600, depends what stage you go for, right?
Yeah, those brands are enormous high level. I think perhaps we have two reasons you could go with this that are perhaps a small selling point as well. If you add a higher linear spring rate, the pressure on all the ball joints and all the junctions in the chassis, they get hit more hard. So you have a little bit more wear. You know, the items you have to change, the arms get hit harder. And with this spring, the initial spring rate is soft, but then they stiffen up while leaning into curves. So that's an advantage as well. And some shocks, not all, but some aftermarket shocks, you have to maintenance as well. You have to send them in and have the rebuild. You have to rebuild.
Yeah, like sometimes like 20,000 kilometers. Sometimes yes. It's based on a year. Yeah.
Yes, the Fox Podiums from the internal wise are made almost like a long life. They would work, and the shocks from Kabaya as well. So that's a point in the long distance. You should probably think about the maintenance point as well.
Good sales point. Good sales point.
Yeah, it's but if you want to, if you have perfect streets and you don't need to absorb small bumps, and that's the perhaps last thing about these springs is if you just add higher spring rate linear springs and you hit a bump very hard, the chassis will lean over that bump and the tire will not directly go on have traction again, but has a little bit of air time after the bump. So you need that the chassis stay horizontal, but you have to have the absorber really soak up the bump and get direct contact patch directly after the bump on the pavement. So you won't have any problem with traction loosening with our progressive style springs.
So either this is the solution or MartinTheVlogger style of riding.
Just flying.
Bernd, thank you very much. And guys, we're going to continue with another topic.
Thank you very much. See you.
Again, one more time, I will say it very clearly. Wilbers or Elka are the professional solutions for those that, you know, would like to get something extra. This is reasonable, and I believe price to performance, very good ratio. However, it will never replace such a professional and much more expensive solution like Elka or Wilbers, okay? So, but I think it's worth to think about it. Now the last part I have kept for BajaRon Swaybar, and there are so many comments, forums, posts, topics, if it helps or if it don't. And I'll tell it to you in my way. I'll share with you some cool comments that because I have asked on a Spider Lovers Facebook page, what do you think about the Swaybar, if it improved or didn't improve your riding. So let me start with me saying that ever since 2015, I consider this as one of my top 3 upgrades ever. I think I have said quite a lot, and this is a quite strong saying, especially by MartinTheVlogger. Anyway, that's one thing. Second thing is, I have asked you guys on the Spider Lovers, like what it does to you. Several very good comments. Billy was the #1. He said it does what it's supposed to do. Great job, Billy. Thank you very much for such a comment. Very helpful. Joanne, the La Monster lady, she's super good sales. She said, like, unless you're riding in a straight line, super slow, you need that upgrade. Oh yeah, that's that's a very good one, Joanne. And I think Daniel said that it helped him to ride like MartinTheVlogger. Sorry to say, buddy, but it's not about Swaybar. So still a long way to go. Anyway, so what I personally think, and last comment is about me selling Swaybars. So I think I have sold recently like 12 of them, and every single one of you who has received them, I told you, like, go out there and ride with the stock Swaybar, come back, do the installation. By the way, installation is like, I believe, like 2 hours. All you need is to raise the bike at least this high. That's what I recommend. And don't get overcharged by service centers. And go out there again with a new Swaybar and return and tell me what do you think. And there have been just positive comments. Like, hopefully you guys are watching so you can confirm what I'm saying. Now, what it really does from my point of view, and if I really don't want to stick to sayings like it improves handling and your bike will not roll and stuff like that. For me, the first very noticeable thing is it works like a power steering wheel. I was riding TheBeast and my buddy at that time didn't have the Swaybar installed, and his bike was not having power steering, and he was really annoyed by that, because if you're on a long road or short ride, you know, if you're riding in a city, if it only would help with that thing, like you would have a power steering with that thing, for me it's already like deal breaker. So I would like to have it because your arms will be more relaxed. Now the next thing is, if you go around the corner, what it does, it will not roll, okay. But long story short, if you like to go around the corner a little bit faster, and of course upgrading shocks is one thing, but the Swaybar, what the Swaybar will do to you, long story short, it will, you know, it will allow you to go around the corner a little bit better. So your front wheels will not slide, your front wheels will not lift that much. It will not allow nanny to think for ya, basically, and, you know, shut the power off and create sometimes more dangerous situations, because nanny thinks she's smarter than you. Of course, many times it is about the rider, so don't overestimate the Swaybar. It's about you guys, how you are riding, but the Swaybar will help you a lot. Next comment I really like, it's about like your bike is now like on rails, and that was really strong comment, and I really feel that way. So improving the handling in the wind, in case you would like to go very fast around, you know, avoiding bumps or potholes or whatever, that's where like your bike will be really sharper. Now there have been, of course, several comments as well about like it didn't help me at all. I would just comment like nobody's expecting my answer on this one. I just have to comment on this. I will comment in the way, and that's the finish of this episode. I will comment in the way that we are riding in different environments, we are riding different bikes, we are riding on different types of roads, and we understand our bikes and have different riding experiences. That would be my just comment on those type of replies. Guys, hopefully you like what I do. In case you do, and if you are not a subscriber, subscribe to my channel, have the notifications on. I have a 100K challenge where I'm collecting 100,000 subscribers on my YouTube, because I would like to do the most craziest trip ever done on a three-wheeler. It's gonna be super sick. Visit martinthevlogger.com/shop, and yeah, remember, always have fun.